Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, She Plans, She Budgets. In today's video, we'll be going over my March's budget, so let's get started. Alright, so if anyone doesn't know, I am using my Franken planner, Happy Planner that I made myself, and I will have the links down below to all of the materials that made up this book. Again, this is by the Happy Planner. And right here, I made a new expense tracker legend. These will be the new colors I'm using for the month of March to represent all of my expenses throughout the month. So stay tuned for my weekly check-ins where I'll go over all of my expenses that I'm having each day. And I like to just keep that clipped right here. Okay, so the stickers I'm using this month will be from Romina Rosa. I'll be using her envelope stuffing stickers, as well as her bill due stickers. And then I have Payday stickers from the Caffeinated Kate. All right, and both shops will be linked down below in the description box, so feel free to check it out. All right, so starting with my Paydays, I will have my two normal paydays. I am paid bi-weekly for my full-time job. So the first payday will be on March 5th. And my second day payday will be on March 19th. All right, and as usual, I always like to stuff my cash envelopes and my sinking funds from paycheck number 1. So I'm going to mark that down. And I'm so excited for payday because, you know, money is almost gone out of personal spending. All right, so starting with my first bill, which will be on March 1st, that will be my Verizon bill. And this bill technically came out already because right now it's the 2nd. So my Verizon bill was $111.44. And as always, I like to pay my beginning bills of the month with the second paycheck of the previous month. So this bill, you guys did see it came out of paycheck 2 from February. So this was technically already paid for. But I do still mark it down in March since it's a bill that's due in March. But when we get to my budget spreadsheet in a second, I'm going to be budgeting for Verizon, but it will be for Verizon that's due April 1st. And that is because I'm paid, you know, on the 5th of March as my first paycheck, I will need to cover all of my expenses between March 5th and April 2nd. Because April 2nd will be my first payday in April, and that will take care of majority of my April expenses. So between March 5th, April 2nd, I'll need to cover all bills. And I will need to cover the bills from my Erin Condren monthly bill tracker. As you can see here, mortgage is normally due on the 1st, but as some of you may know, I just refinanced my home, so I didn't have to make a payment for March. My first payment will resume April 1st, so that's why I already have it checked off. So, you know, Verizon right here from the 1st of March, that's this bill, so it's checked off because it was paid by paycheck 2 from February. Then I'll need to worry about all the expenses between the 5th and April 2nd. So that means all of these bills right here that's currently unchecked, as well as my water bill, which will be coming out of my sinking fund. And then I'll need to go back up here to account for the bills that fall on April 1st, which will be my new mortgage payment as well as Verizon bill again. All right, and just so you know, this is linked down below from the Erin Condren website, so feel free to check down in the description box. All right, so moving on. So my next bill, as I mentioned, is T-Mobile. And this bill will be for $124.88. I already got the notification. That's why I know the exact amount. And there's an increase from last month, which was $75. And that's because I have a new iPhone, which I'm filming with, the iPhone 11. And I financed it. So, you know, it's an extra monthly expense for the phone plan. And I do intend on paying it off either this month or sometime this year. But right now I'm just going to pay the little monthly installment plus the insurance on the phone. So that's why it's $124.88 instead of my usual $75. All right, so after that, my next bill isn't due until the 27th, which is utilities. And that will be for the new fixed amount of $201 because I'm on the equal payment plan with my utility company. Okay, so that'll be 201. And then, like I mentioned, my water bill should be due this month. I was expecting to pay it in February, but the water company said they're behind due to COVID, so they haven't been processing bills. So I'm supposed to get one this week. So whenever I get it, I'll obviously pay it. And I don't know when it's due, so I just gonna stick it on a random date in the middle of the month. And then once I get that bill, I'll mark down the actual amount, but I do have a sinking fund for it. Like I mentioned, this is my cash envelope from Oh My Pies. Right now I have $180, so 1, 20, 40, 60, 80. I have $180, and on payday I'll be adding $60 more. So whatever the bill is going to be, hopefully I'll have enough, because I try to budget out $60 a month, but since they're prolonging giving me the bill, I'm expecting it to be a huge bill. So hopefully I have enough to cover it, and once I get that bill, I'll mark it down. So that's basically all of my expenses for the month, just 1, 2, 3, 4 bills. And yeah, so now I'm going to just go ahead and flip you over to the next page. All right, so these 2 pages are a part of the Happy Planner Budget Expansion Pack. So I don't really use this page, but here I keep track of all of my expenses throughout the month, and that's where I'll come back in my weekly check-ins to show you what I spend on a day-to-day basis, 1 week at a time. So far I just have a couple of personal spending transactions, and this is where we'll be getting into my March monthly budget. This is, you know, just from the regular Excel spreadsheet, you know, that I just made, just added some color to it and printed out on the regular computer paper and trimmed it down to fit into my Happy Planner classic size. So this I just made myself because I didn't have time to buy a sticker kit. I normally like to use stickers like from Romina Rosa, Erica Life Plans, Erica Life Vlogs, and use stickers to do my budgeting. But this time I'm just going to use a printout and just do it this way for the month of March. If I like it, I'll continue to do this in April, because why not save some money? But if not, you may see me go back to my sticker kits next month. So this is the weekly check-in page. Here's paycheck 1 budget page, paycheck 2, and my sinking funds with the transaction log. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in, and we'll get started with my March budget. Actually, never mind about the zoom in. It actually looks pretty good to me. All right, so like I mentioned, I am paid bi-weekly for my full-time job. So starting with my income for my salary this month, I normally like to budget $2,150 each paycheck. With 2 paychecks for this month, I'm looking at approximately $4,300 for the month. So for expected, I'm going to put down $4,300. All right, and then also this month, I did mention in February that I received my federal tax return. So for this month, I'm expecting to receive my state tax return, because they usually take a little longer than the federal one. So for my state tax return, all right, I am expecting $328. Okay, and then as far as the rest of the month, I'm not expecting anything else. I am still waiting on 1 refund check from my utility company of the $110.26 I mentioned in my, I believe, debt tracker update video. I'm still waiting on that. Technically, I'm going to give them a call in the morning. But I'm not going to mark that down because when it comes out, then I'll include it. But I'm thinking about just asking them to apply it to my March's bill for, you know, the 201, so that it'll just be $110.26 less, because waiting on the check is like, it's been over a month. Where's my money? So I'm thinking about asking them just to apply it as a credit on the account instead of giving me a check, because it has yet to arrive. So let me go ahead and add on the $328. So for total income expecting for the month, I'm looking at $4,628, which is a good deal. All right. So back to my Erin Condren monthly bill tracker. The bills I need to cover are what I mentioned from March 5th through April 2nd. So I need to cover T-Mobile, utilities, my cash envelopes, sinking funds, personal spending, mortgage, and Verizon, and those two will be for April 1st. My water bill, I won't need to mark down because that's going to just come out of my sinking funds, and I will mark that down in my sinking funds transaction log right here. Okay, so for my first bill, it will be, I'll write down the mortgage. In parentheses, I'll just put April 1st. The amount I am expecting to pay is $550. Because with the refinance, we did get a lower monthly payment. Okay, so next will be Verizon. And this is also for the April 1st bill. For that, I'm going to budget the same amount I paid for March, which was $111.44. Okay, and then after that will be my phone bill with T-Mobile, due on March 7th. And that will be $124.88. Okay, after T-Mobile will be my utilities. And I'm going to keep that down for the $201. And just once it's confirmed that they either apply the refund credit or, you know, give me a check, I'll just update you guys at the end of the month of how that went. Or if it happens by the time I do my paycheck 1 or 2 results video, I'll update you there. Okay, so next, so that is all of my fixed expenses, which is in purple. Next, I'll need to account for a variable, and that will be the green. So starting with cash envelopes, I have 3, which are gasoline. And I like to stuff at least $90 a month. After that is groceries and household. I combine the two, since, you know, I normally buy them at the same time. That will be a total of $350. I plan to stuff in my cash stuffing video. And then my last cash envelope is laundry. And I'm going to stuff $35. Okay, so for cash envelopes, that will be a total of $475. Next is sinking funds. Okay, and I will have a separate video on breaking down each category and what I like to put. Here's a sneak peek. Here's my categories, and I'll be going over the balances and what I'll be adding in that video. So in total, I will be stuffing $590. Okay, and then last but not least is personal spending. And I like to give myself $250 each paycheck, so that will be $500 total for the month. All right, so adding that up, that'll be 90 plus 350 plus 35 plus 590 plus 500. equals $1,565. And I just realized I forgot to add this side. So fixed expenses will be $550 plus $111.44 plus $124.88 plus $201 equals $987.32. All right, so now for my monthly breakdown for my income. I'm expecting $4,628. For fixed expenses, I'm expecting $987.32. For variable, I'm expecting $1,565. And then this last space is for unbudgeted. So unbudgeted, we don't budget for, so this will be 0. So my expected remaining balance should be $4,628 minus $987.32 minus $1,565 equals $2,075.68. All right, that looks beautiful. So of this $2,075.68, I will need approximately $1,368 to put towards my student loans. That's the goal for the month of March, and I will give you more updates in my February budget closeout video, as well as my March debt tracker update video. So I'll need about that much for my student loans. And then for the remaining $707, I'm considering using that money to pay off my iPhone. I purchased it at about $650, I forget. And with me making my first payment, that will only apply about $25 to it. So whatever the difference is after my first payment for March for the phone installment portion, I'm thinking about paying it off with that remaining $700. All right, so that is basically it for today's video. I'm looking at a little over $2,000 to have remaining in my account after all of these expenses are paid for. And I'm going to pay off debt with it, as well as my iPhone installment plan. So that is basically everything. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.